Evening all, and welcome to a brand new series. This is going to be the Grand Station series, where I am going to try and build a huge, large central station with lots of minecarts and lots of things going on there. The overall plan is to have 107 barns containing every single item in the game, and then have those barns be able to supply anywhere on the map with the resources they require. I'm going to try and do it with logic. I don't know if it's possible. If not, we're going to do it with some very, very, very weird rail systems. But we might have multi-tiered rail systems. Thinking that might work. Don't know. But we are starting a fresh map here. We do have a custom rule set going on in the editor here under rules. We have in farming and mining. We have the only planter is disabled. Tree planter, I removed the cost for iron, so it just requires fertilizer now. Bit weird you needed some iron to plant a tree, but yeah, so yeah. And down here, any stone or mineral has been disabled, so we can't plant any of those. So iron and stuff like that we've got to find in situ. All the other stuff we can plant because trees and stuff makes sense. It's kind of a bit like my previous series where we couldn't place any resources, but this one's a bit more realistic because you can't place stone in real life to mine it. So whereas you can plant trees, so that's changed there. In recipes, we have changed a few things here. The well, we've got water here, we've got water down the bottom. The well and the shrine I've swapped around. So the well now takes 1 second to get a water, and the shrine still takes a second, but I've changed it to have 10 water and go. So just makes the water shrine worth it more. And also, if I can find it in here, Omnipipes. Omnipipes, I have changed the recipe. I've taken out elixirs because it was a bit weird. You needed elixirs to make Omnipipes, unless they were smearing the insides with them. I don't know. But we changed it to air power, so you actually need magic air power to make Omnipipes now. So that's just a thing. Everything else is default. Everything's absolutely the same. I did toy with the idea of starting at an advanced level, but after playing it for a few minutes, I realised that I need resources. I can't just build straight away. So starting at a high level is great, but then you still need the resources to do things. So we're going to start off small. I'm going to start off like any other YouTube series I've done, or any other new game anyone will play. We're going to grab some rocks, we're going to grab some trees, we're going to get ourselves some bits and pieces going, and we're just going to build some things. So let's put down some houses. We need more trees, but yeah. And let's get some workers. We'll have 2 more doing that. Very much. And then, can we build a... We can't build a food market. What does that need? Base level 2. What does a base need to upgrade? Money and planks. Okay, so we need planks. Let's do that straight away then, shall we? That requires that. That's not really... We're going to need more money, aren't we? So... Sell to the houses, if you would be so kind. Just like you would start any other game. Not really going to be a tutorial, this one. I do have other ones for there, but the game has a built-in tutorial if you're a new player, which is really, really good. It really does show you the basics to it. So it's quite a well-built tutorial. Okay. It's blocked. Why is it blocked? What over there? There we go. Go over there. Hey, and we've unlocked those new things. Woohoo! Must remember that as well. You need buildings to unlock things. Okay, let's grab 2 more workers and go. Would you be so kind as to fill up that? Oh, and I suppose we should grab our 10th worker and get him taking planks into the base, because that's going to be needed. So yeah, this map is the Swamp Lakes map. I did customize a little bit of it. I will have the map available on the Steam Workshop, hopefully, if I can figure it out. I did upload it, but I can't make it public. Don't know why. Although Steam has been saying it's not connected on many pages, so maybe it's just a Steam thing, I don't know. But I will try and get it uploaded and published, so you can start with it. It's just sort of the default Swamp Lake maps. I did change, I think it's called Anchor in the edit map settings, to make some of these lakes a little bit smaller. So they're still there, but it's pretty much flat. You see a couple of ridges here and there. I wanted a nice simple one where I can clear out a giant space here somewhere and have our central station and not really have to worry about too much. The map resource settings are on mineral focused because obviously we don't have minerals spawning as much, so plants will be less and minerals will be more, which is kind of what we want. Okay, let's upgrade our base. Awesome. And let's put down a food base, like so, with a path connecting all the houses up. Awesome. And then you two sell to the market, because in the market you can sell to people much easier. You drop it from one place and the market sells it to everyone, which is much easier. Okay, slow and steady wins the race, as so they say. Let's speed up this. He says slow and steady. Let's speed it up. Okay. By doing that, and then have you two drop down onto there. Oh, you are stuck. Are you stuck? I think you are. You really can't get there, can you? There you go. There you go. You just needed somewhere to do that. Awesome. Right. Okay. And I think, yeah, we'll probably eat up all this stone. Here we go. But yeah, so having 107 barns, it'll probably be 108 just because it's a nice number to divide by, will be very useful. You'll see, let's actually set up some of these, shall we? Because I want to make sure that my base has some basic resources in it at all times. So stone, so planks, and then we'll go with stone brick. Now I'm setting these up here because then I know these will always have a gap in my base. So if I delete something, if you delete like a house which costs a certain resource to build, so houses cost 15 logs. If you delete a house and don't have space in your base, you lose the resources. And I've done it before where I've deleted about 100 rails, found out I had no space and all the rails disappeared. By setting these here, it means this gap will always be saved for stone or stone brick. So it'll never get filled with something else. So you'll always have space in your main base for at least 300, and every time you upgrade the base it increases. So just like to do that. I don't want to do too many early on because otherwise it gets a little complicated. And you don't really want to save things like ore and stuff like that because that's quite easy to get. Wood's not even a main one. Planks and stone brick are the important ones. But okay, so we have the grain mill. Let's put the grain mill in because that makes more sense. Let's put the grain mill in. Tell you to make flour because flour sells for more. We'll do that. There we go. Grain mill in. Grab you. You can take flour to there. Flour sells for a lot more than grain does. Put in another house. Need houses for people. Must remember that. Okay, things are good. We still don't have a stonemason yet, do we? No, I don't know when that opens. But okay, so I suppose the next thing we should look at is trying to get some wagons. Because wagons can transport goods faster. Not that we need it right now because we're very compact, but if we want to grab something from somewhere else, wagons would help. It's your typical sort of start. It's going to be quite slow. It's going to take a little while to get anywhere and do anything we want to do. But as I said, I started in an advanced start on a previous map, and I get it if you just want to get right in and start doing things, but I have a goal where I need lots of resources, so kind of figured that it would make more sense to do it this way. Alright, so you could make us some wooden wheels, couldn't you? Because we always need wooden wheels. Wooden wheels are an important thing. I suppose we also need some more houses, don't we? We can have 8 houses. You there. One there as well. Road longer. There we go. Right. Okay, let's get some more people. We'll go with 2, and we'll say you take that to there, and then we want to build a barn, which we don't have access to. Why don't we have access to a barn? When does a barn open? I really thought barns were opened really early. Requires woodworking research. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So we don't even have a barn yet. Okay, so we'll take the wheels and we'll put them in the base for the minute. Don't know when research opens. Some things may have changed down here, the order of them. I'm not entirely sure. But I didn't really see that with the latest update, which is this whole scenario update. So I don't know. What have we got? What have we got here? We got trees around. It's just minerals I need to look at. We've got loads of ore around, which is awesome. Coal and ore there. Yeah, we've got plenty of resources around to be getting things. That's not a problem. What I should really do to give us a bit of a boost later on is start grabbing some of this ore as well, this iron, just to give us a little bit of a boost. Upgrade level 3, there we go, awesome. We now have unlocked paper. We've got another 4 houses. We can also build a school. Cool. Let's build a school, and we'll put the school over here. And the school will need a lumber mill, because the lumber mill requires the school requires paper. So we can't make cloth conveyors yet. That requires basic logistics. Okay. Okie dokie. Ooh. Ah, we're full of people. We need more houses. Connect them up as well. There we go. They must be connected by a path, otherwise they don't actually get given they don't get sold resources, which is kind of what we want. We also want to start selling some stuff. Let's do, well, woodworking I think is the first one. We really should do all of them, but I'll do woodworking first, and then we'll do basic logistics afterwards. Grab another person. You take wood into, you take wood into there. You are walking on water. Interesting. Okay. We have someone who can walk on water. Very interesting. Okay. What I should probably do is actually move you further there. And do that, and that will eventually get us some things on there. We've got loads of people running around. This is quite cool. We're going to run out of grain at some point, but I think we'll get farms very soon. Farming is something we can unlock quite easily. Yeah, I think farm that. So let's wagon. Got a wagon. We have wagons. No, we could change this up. Oh no, because you're, yeah, no, that's fine. You drop onto there. So everyone takes it to the base, and then you take from the base to there. May seem a little weird, going backwards on ourselves, but it will make sense. Oh, not quite sure what you're doing. You're getting stuck in places for some bizarre reason. We have a half stairs, yeah. Put that in instead. Maybe that might help. Okay. Yeah, I think it's getting confused by that little road on a thing there. We're dropping all the wood. The wood is going into there. We have one person taking wood, or two people taking wood into the base there. That's all good. Our next upgrade requires cloth and stone bricks, which we haven't got yet, so we need to research woodworking and other bits and pieces. Cloth. How do we get cloth? Can't we do cloth now? We can do cloth now. Cloth is made from wool or cotton. Do we have any cotton around? Oh, forestry is available. Awesome. Awesome. That is good. That's good. Forestry is very good. In fact, we're going to change up this straight away for that. So I'm afraid you, and you are being made redundant by automation. I'm terribly sorry, but that's just the way it goes. So we build a... Oh no, hold on, that was forestry, wasn't it? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That's not a forester, that was forestry. That means we can now actually research forestry, which would give us access to it. So I'm really sorry, people, and I hope you don't, you know, call your unions or something, because I inadvertently decided you weren't having jobs anymore. Please don't sue me. I'm just thinking I'll actually move this back here. So I need to tell all you to go down there on the coast. Move this back here and tell all of you to drop the tree into there. There we go. It's a bit narrow, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Now, here's something as well. I did that. I think... Yep, I think that's been fixed. There was an issue in previous... It might be because I had a save game that was from many different versions, where wagons didn't use roads. They just didn't follow them. Whereas now they appear to. So that's good. Because the roads do make the wagons faster. Not as fast as the... that's footpath, sorry. Not as fast as the actual road, the stone road did. But... the wagons would use stone roads, but would ignore the footpath for some bizarre reason. I don't know why, but there you go. Now they're using them. So everything is awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, and we get our basic logistics going. That will give us access to cloth. Well, cloth conveyor belts, but then we need access to cloth, which means we need cotton. I didn't see any. Like as herbs. Coal, apple trees and pear trees. Definitely like to build a couple of orchards this go around, because I never do. Never build orchards. Herbs and berries. I don't see any cotton. Okay. And I can't place it yet, because everything is locked. I need to unlock farming before I can do that. Not terrible, not terrible. So we could get farming and then get some cotton going, because I can't see any cotton at all. So yeah, we can't make any cloth yet. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we haven't unlocked a kitchen either, have we? Nope. We have unlocked a well and a crate. Well, the well, I think you start with. Unlock crate and barns. We've got barns now. That's cool. I'm going to change this up then. Right, pause for a moment, please. You're taking that. So you want to take wheels and put in this barn. This barn wants to be filtered for wheels, but I don't want them active. So I just want 50 wheels. Yeah, wooden wheels. Okay, put them in there. Because you'll never need a huge amount. So kind of thinking we'll just go with that. Now we are going to have to do something about the wood situation because our wood is going to go down very soon. We are using more wood than we're taking in. All struggling for that there. Everything okay? So we are getting money in. That's fine. We could be selling lumber to make some red coins. Right, so you're full, and you're yeah, okay, right. You're going along quite nicely there. Everything seems awesome. It's just a case of waiting for some research to be done, I suppose. Let's increase. Oh, we don't have any population left. We can put some more. We can put some more houses down. So let's do that. I'm just building a giant street for the minute, basically. See, now we're actually out of wood, so we can't build the path for that. So might have to stop you, or might just have to get some more people doing wood for the base. In fact, I brought 4 here. Let's change you to 3 and 3 because this is full. I think could probably survive on 2 people. No, I think 4 was actually the correct number for that. So we're gonna go with 3. So I need to stop you. You need to stop for a minute, please. And we need to build up some more wood. But yeah, things are going. So right, we have a barn now. So let me. How much does a barn cost? I can afford a barn. Cool. So the concept we're going to have is I don't know where it's going to be, but I'll do it over here. We're going to have barns, mini barns. Maybe in a row. I'll probably leave gaps in between them just in case. We will have a rail, which will come up like this. I don't have rails yet, so that's a rail. And we will have foresters taking in logs. We'll start with logs. And then rather than the logs go into the lumber mills or do whatever, they will come to the central station. They will come to the central processing plant. They will be put into their own barn. This will be a log barn. And then next to this log barn, we will have a plank barn. And we'll have inputs on one side and outputs on the other. And the idea is that the lumber mills, wherever they might be, will go, I want log. And the system will go, okay, we'll turn on a pusher or something somewhere to allow us to enable a minecart to pick up a log from here, to come up and drop it off, and then another minecart will pick up the planks and come back and pick them up. And then when somewhere else, like the workshops, require a plank, it will do the same thing. But I need to figure out a system that will let me do that. We might have to have an input and an output system where all the inputs are where everything gets stored, and the output system is based on what it needs. So like the lumber mills where we just have planks. I mean that's paper. They just require wood. We'd have a barn that would also be wood, and we'd have a system that will go, hey, they've asked for wood, take the wood from here and put it in another barn. And another logic system that has a cart waiting and goes, well, I'm full, I'm going to go and do my thing. So that might be how it works. So each place will have its own individual input and output, but I don't know about it yet. I kind of hope I can figure it out with logic and just have one rail in, one rail out, and then like have 10 long and go along 17 or 107 is it? So we'll go 10, so 11, so it'd be a 10 by 11 thing. But that's the concept that I want to do. It's going to be logic heavy if I can do it, but I don't know the limitations of logic. I don't know whether I can actually say, hey, enable this pusher to go this way if the requirements are like this. So, because there may be 3 or 4 places that want planks at once, so I need to have it so that we have some minecarts picking up planks, and then they go off, and as they come down the rail, they'll go, well, this one needs planks, so I'll go this way because I am logs, I am wood. The drawback to doing it that way, it'd be easy because you have multiple rails coming off, so you just have one rail going this way, one rail going up and that way, one rail going that way, and just pushes. And then when a cart passes the first pusher, you turn it off. Like there is a cart up this line. Don't turn it on anymore. It's when you get like workshops that require, I mean, to make one item requires 3 different things. I'd have to either have 3 lines going up, one for wooden planks, one for iron plates, and one for nails, and then have a system going, well, I want wooden planks, so turn on the pusher for planks, and then when it goes past, turn that one off, but I don't want it to turn off the iron plate one. I want that to still be on. So I suppose, I think 3, isn't 3 the highest amount of inputs? I think some things might need 4 later on. But even for that concept, you could easily have a system where you have the 3 lines come off, each with individual pushers, and then you merge them, so they all end up on one line. And then you can have the agent triggers here saying, hey, the wood one came past, so turn off that because I have a wood one. And then when they come back, they'll be on another line coming back. And you just split it 3 ways again. So like that. And you have, well, you can do, does it be like that, and like that. So you have a pusher here going, this one's wood, this one's whatever, and then straight on's that one. And then the agent trigger will go, hey, the wood one came back because the minecart's filtered to wood. So now I know it came back. I don't have wood one anymore, so I can turn this one back on if they are still needed. That's probably how it's going to work. The logic's going to be very, very weird to start with, but then it's probably going to be a lot of copy-paste. But I feel as if it's something, it's going to be an interesting system. It's going to be going. And my whole goal is to have, I'm not particularly fussed about the happiness, really. We will get happiness because we need someone to sell things. So, and we need to make money. But the whole goal of it is basically to have a system where all 107 items can be requested anywhere, by anything. It will require manually setting up the logic, so I couldn't just say, hey, give me wood, and it would automatically go, yeah, here comes the wood. I'd like to try that, I don't know. But what I mean is that if I turned on, well, we'd have a barn at the other end that drops off, and it would all work off a barn. So if we add more workshops, then the barn would become empty quicker, so it would turn it on. But the idea would be that you can just, once it's done, I can just set it and leave it, and it will automatically know which cart goes where and what does what, and that's the goal. That's the goal for this series. Hopefully we can achieve it. I don't know how long it's going to take or how complicated it's going to be, but it's going to be an interesting one. So I think that's where we shall leave this episode. And that back on, and I'll let some of this research done. I might do all the research off camera, just let it go, and then we will come back next time and pick up from there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Do let me know what you think of the concept, what I'm trying to achieve here, see whether you like it or not, and we shall come back next time and carry on. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. Until then, as always, have fun.